Look, we've got just enough time to talk about this very interesting feminism article because
Yay.
an OnlyFans model in October slept with 100 men in
Mm.
24 hours as warm up to beat the record to try sleep with 1,000 men in a day in February. The question I'm asking is this what the suffragettes wanted? Narinder, do you want to come in
Okay,
on this?
okay. So on a funny note, I'm a married woman. I get tied after just my husband. How on earth? How on, like I'm knackered, right? I couldn't even imagine two. How does she do 100? I mean, look, I'm all for it's your body, your choice. I mean, no, honestly, but it's your body, your choice. And I asked my daughter, she's 17 years old, and she was repulsed by it, if I'm going to be honest. And she's a real feminist. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
So, Lee, come on.
I found this quite interesting. I the way I instantly viewed it, I'll be brutally honest. I'll just tell you exactly what my gut reaction was. I like you, or like your daughter. I found it a bit repulsive. However, I thought to myself, well, we live in a kind of dangerous OnlyFans culture now, and I have an 8-year-old daughter, and I'm not going to lie, the whole thing absolutely terrifies me. So I have a quite conservative view on that. However, I saw the comments being made where it was somehow blamed on misogyny or blamed on men. And that's something that I just instantly rejected. I don't think it's fair to think. I'd be genuinely interested to hear your views on this as well, Narinder. But because I asked my wife yesterday, I asked her what she made of the whole thing, and I didn't sort of lead her into anything. I just said, what do you make of it, and do you think that it could be blamed on misogyny? And her view was quite the same as mine. She just said that it's repulsive. It's not very nice. It's not something that I would ever do or think of doing or want any one of my loved ones to be involved with. However, it's her choice, and she decided to do this. And I think it would be wrong of someone to say to physically stop her from doing that if that's what she wanted to do. There's obviously a benefit to her in terms of raising her profile and things going like that viral. If that's the choice she wanted to make, she's allowed to make that choice. No laws are broken at all.
Yeah.
And I read the write-up actually of a guy who did a documentary on the day, and it was just, there's not really a huge point I'm going to make here, but apart from the fact that when it had finished, she appeared to be quite upset, almost like
Yeah.
she decided she'd made the wrong decision. But no, I do not agree at all. Just finish on this. I do not agree at all that this is any form of misogyny or anything like this. It was
Why
perfect.
are they saying it's misogyny? I'm really confused.
Well, I'm
You say
glad.
like what's their point when they say it's misogyny?
I've still to this because I haven't found the article.
Oh,
Was it Julie Bindel who may have said this? I'm not quite sure, but there has been journalists out there that. But I mean, do you
Yeah.
agree that it's?
And one of the problems is, so a lot of people have said this is like an example, a really blown up example of the adult content creating industry and the pressure and criticism that people face to constantly be top of the lists or things like that. I mean, just on a practical point of view, right? There are reasons for this. For her subscription is £10 a month, and she's had 30,000 new people join
wow.
since. That's 300 grand a month, and she's got four
A
months till
month.
February.
A
So
month. Wow.
between October and February, she'll make 1.2 million quid of people waiting for this big event in February. So from that side of things, I
But then
understand it.
you've got to think it's a free world, and she's making her money. She's not breaking laws, as Lee said. This is
Yeah.
legal, and who are we to like? Oh, do you think people are just jealous that she's going to make so much money? Because I've noticed that.
Do you know? I think that might be a really big part of it. I think people are jealous of people finding different
Yeah,
ways to make money easily. I mean, it's not easily because the math
and
of
it's
it means
and
you've
And
why
the
got
are
one
sheer
and a
why
half
amount of
minutes
money
each.
as well.
but
The
why are
actual.
we being so judgmental about sex work? I mean, is she a sex
Hmm.
worker? I don't know, she must be. So if she's making her money this way, who are we to judge? Let her make her money. I just think, because like you said, Emily, you've got an 8-year-old daughter, mine's 17, and it's like just like horrifying that
Yeah.
this is the
And
way that
it doesn't set a good example. One thing, and again, I'm separating this view from what I've just said because I still, it's not, I do find it repulsive it terrifies me a little bit being a dad. But on the flip side of that, it's not setting a good example. I mean, are we to expect her to set an example? Probably not.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
but
Why is she being the example? And the other
exactly,
thing
no,
is,
I agree.
as
I
a
agree.
parent, just to reassure you, my daughter's 17 and my daughter's turned out all right and she knows it's wrong. So please don't worry. Don't worry that your
Thanks.
daughter, as long as no, seriously, because I've got loads of friends who you've got kids your age, your daughter's age, and actually I say to them, my kids, they've seen it all, but as long as you as a parent are teaching them, they know right from wrong. So going back to that, you know, her mum's her manager. Apparently, her mum's her manager.
Yeah, well, I did see that her mum is at peace with the decision, or her parents are at
Right.
peace with her decision, or something like that.
Well,
But
it will certainly be an interesting conversation around the Christmas dinner table, I can tell you. If she's able to sit down, that's the other thing. I don't know.